I just want to though come to this, this point about the loan waivers, because it's a debate that keeps coming up, and Gurcharan Das is with us. Gurcharan Das, is it fair to criticize loan waivers for farmers?
Very wrong.
When big corporates seem to be getting away with it all the time.
Well, two wrongs don't make a right.
But one wrong keeps happening.
That's not the point.
Loan waivers are just as bad, because they punish people who are honest and they reward people who are dishonest.
The farmers are not dishonest.
Go ahead,
I think Mr. Gurcharan Das's argument needs a more serious response, because the starting point has to be loans ought to be returned. That should be the starting moral premise. And merely saying that there is hypocrisy is not enough of an answer. He can clearly say, look, two wrongs don't make it right. As long as people like him are equally vocal and equally outraged when all other loans are waived off. I don't quite remember that, but my memory could be doing tricks. As long as he's very equally outraged when this recapitalization of banks takes place, which is another way of loan waiver, I would say he's completely justified in saying, I'm against farm loan waivers. But please remember, in moral reasoning, three arguments have always been considered valid exceptions to the norm. Number one, the person simply cannot pay. For the last thousands of years, this has been the final argument, but the man cannot pay. Number two, the reason why he or she cannot pay is beyond him. He is not responsible. And number three, that someone else is responsible for what's happening to him. In the case of Indian farmers today, all the three hold valid. Number one, most Indian farmers are simply in no position to pay. You have to kill them, you have to destroy their property to do so. Number two, the reasons are beyond them, and we are now realizing climate change could be one of those additional reasons. The reasons have to do with various things which are clearly beyond farmers' own effort and energy. And number three, the biggest reason is state policy, which has artificially kept the prices depressed. In this case, sir, Mr. Gurcharan Das would agree with me as a moral philosopher, there is a decent case.